and I turned around. I saw two beings. They were tall, huge. No man on earth has that height. And they were wearing a sparkling white. They had a golden hair, and they had wings. They were just flipping their feathers as if they want to fly. And I said, these could be angels, but I wasn't so sure. I needed to ask them to know who they were. So I asked them, who are you people? They just smiled at me and separated into two. Nobody answered me. One to my right hand side, the other to my left hand side. I kept asking, but there was no response. But suddenly, a light that is more than their own, 100 times that even the sun is low current compared to that light. It was everywhere that the person we've not seen, but just the light. I saw these two beings fell to their knees, used their wings to cover their face, bow down to the ground. So I joined them, knelt down, bent down to the ground. The more the light kept coming, the more it seems like I was getting lighter, like things were leaving me that I can't just explain. And I started begging the direction of the light without knowing who he was. I said, please, whoever you are, turn down your light. It's affecting my eyes. I'm a human being like you. And the person did not say a word.
You told the person that you're a human being like him?
Yes, sir.
That you should turn down the lights?
Yes, sir. I never knew that it was Jesus coming in his glory and supremacy. I kept begging. There was no response. At a point, I felt the presence of a being around. He just said, Victor, rise. I said, please, turn down your light. I can't. It's affecting my eyes. I'm a human being like you. Help me. He did not say a word. He just waited. But suddenly there was this courage to look up, which I know he gave me that courage to really look up and know who he was. When I looked, the garment he was wearing covered his foot that I did not see his foot. But it was full of glory that I don't have the words to describe. I looked till I arrived at his waist. He was wearing a golden belt. More than anything you can measure with, spreading two of his palms. But on that palm there was a big hole. Blood was still gushing out of that hand. And when that blood was dropping, I got terrified. Who could this person be? I removed my face. I kept on looking. When I arrived at the chest, I couldn't go further because the kind of light coming from his face is like fire and it's like light at the same time, that you cannot create out a picture of his face at that moment. But I saw something engraved on his chest with a golden ink, King of Kings. Something dropped in me. This could be Jesus, but I wasn't so sure. So I wanted to ask him to know who he was. But before I could open my mouth, he started introducing himself to me. He said, I am he that was dead, but I live forever. And each sound he made, they were trembling, that even the angels were still kneeling down, bowing to the earth. They were not looking at him, talking to me. And I continued. He said, from age to age, I remain the same. I am the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. I am the creator of the whole universe. And he said, behold, I have the keys of heaven and hell. I have overcome death. I have overcome grave. I have overcome the world. He raised up his two hands and said, I am Jesus. Brethren, I never knew that the man we talk about was standing before me.